Namaste, everyone, and welcome to this session of Manifest Success. Before we start, let's ask for divine blessing. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Tsokok Sui, Mahaguruji Mailing, Guru Padmasambhava, Buddha Kuan Yin, the Lord Jesus Christ, and all the high spiritual teachers, spiritual beings, we thank you all for your great blessings of divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you for all these immense blessings. Thank you for blessing us with a loving heart, intelligent mind, and a powerful will, that we may be very successful and also very successful in helping others. We thank you in full faith. So it is. All right. I take it a lot of you have watched and participated in our New Year's Day courage video, and it has cleansed a lot of the old stuff out of your system. So as we know in pranic healing, after cleansing is energizing. Like some of you who are Roman Catholic, you remember you go to confession, you tell all your stuff to the priest, get rid of it. That's a cleansing. Once that it's cleansed, the priest doesn't just tell you go home. Remember? Your priest will say, okay, say these prayers. So same thing. After cleansing is energizing. As you keep purging out these old negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative patterns, you have to replace it with what you want. So what they're trying to do is something like this. This used to be called, if you remember last year's Manifest Goodness. So we use it as an instrument for you to bless your projects and everything, to be an instrument of goodness to all. All right. So this year, it's still the same theme, but instead of just being good, you want to be very successful in being a good person. Plus, a lot of you also have expressed that, you want to do a lot more to help others, but you need personal success. And so, through intuition, guidance, email coming down from above, a tweet, whatever, we felt that might be a good idea not only to focus on blessing your projects to help other people, but also projects to help yourself. A lot of you have good hearts, you have good intentions, but you need more financial improvement, you need more clarity, you need more will. A lot of these things that sometimes, even if you have good intention to help others, if these are lacking, it actually becomes self-limitation. So when you do those techniques from the New Year's Day video, purging things out, in this particular one, we'll go through step by step in charging those areas of your life. All right? Now, if you receive our, preparation instructions, we put it on Facebook. If not, that's fine. It's on our Facebook page. We broke it down from, areas that you need energizing: finances, relationship, mental and educational, spiritual. So we're going to go through that step by step. So here's the plan. We're first going to meditate to generate massive amounts of energy. After all that energy is in your system already, we're going to go through category by category and just pump massive amounts of energy into it. It's something like this. We're going to do this now, explain it, because if we do it right away, some of you after the meditation will be so spaced out, you have no clue what we're doing. So it's something like this. Rub your hands together. Okay, the ones who are new, in pranic healing, we call this sensitizing your hands. So you press the center of your palms, put your hand like this. Just try to sense or feel the energy in between your hands. Okay, this is called sensitizing your hands. If you're sensitive, you feel a heaviness, a fullness, sometimes electricity, tingling, or you could be like me when I first started, nothing. But try anyway. So keep your tongue on your palate, gently move your hands closer and further apart. All right? Okay, good. Most of you should feel something. All right, raise your hand like this. Think of a part of your life that's not doing so well yet. Add the word yet. There's always room for improvement. It could be your finances, relationship. This picture in front of you, a symbol of it, or a scene. A scene like a movie or whatever of that part of your life. Now raise your hand like this. Just say energy level. Okay, just say energy level. So you go like this. Then you slowly come in and see if you feel something. Okay? Once you feel something, you stop. So in other words, if this image is in front of you, you're trying to feel, okay, how long before I start feeling it? Do I feel it very early that it's strong? So this is weak, this is strong. Okay? So shake your hand. Let's do it again. Think of that thing in your life that could be better. So for example, if you're having financial issues, think of your bank account or your income. Just think about it. Now go like this. Say energy or success level. Then from there, this is weak, back here is strong. Got it? Okay, try it. Start from here. Now come in. As you feel something, make a note how far you have to go and how strong or how little that push is. All right, shake your hand. Next, think of something in your life that's doing well compared to the rest. Could be your finances, could be your relationship, or your spiritual practice, whatever it is. Just visualize or think of it in front of you. Okay, shake your hand. Put your hand like this. Say energy level. All right. How many of you notice the first one you had to go, what the heck is it? This one you go, oh wow, I'm feeling it already. So it's something like this. In every part of your life, you need this energy to go in to make things work. So when your finances are in order, if you have a clairvoyant look, your basic chakra is strong, certain prosperity energies infused into your aura. If you look at somebody who's broke, you look at it, those prosperity energies, that dynamic energy is weak. So what happens is, if you're scanning, you know how to scan, you'll notice some are strong if they're doing well, and they're very weak if they're not doing well. Same thing with emotions, relationships, and so on and so on. So that said, when we do these manifest success events or sessions, and also next week we're having full moon meditation, if you line up all these projects that you want to be successful, some are going to have more energy, some will have less energy, right? Doesn't matter. After you do meditation, it's just like you're a powerhouse, you're a dynamo, so much energy. And what most people do after they meditate, what do? They walk around, okay, they work, so all that is good. But in your case, since you've been learning from Master teachings, we know that this energy is living dynamic force. This living dynamic force can be injected into your projects so that your projects have a higher probability of working and being successful because there's energy that's constantly pushing it, even you're not conscious of it. All right? And that's basically what we do. Now, the ones who took Kriya Shakti classes, you should know this already. The problem is you're not practicing. You go, how do I know? I'm like you. I first take a class, you're excited, and then life happens, right? You don't practice. So this is a reminder. If you've taken those classes, they don't just happen and work by themselves. You have to take that information and use it. Now, the good thing about these sessions we're doing every week, every month, or whatever, hopefully it will remind you, pull out your notes and start practicing. The ones who are new, just follow along, and then when you have a chance, you take those classes so you know the details. But in the meantime, you can use this information, use these techniques, work on it right away, and still achieve success. All right? Now, so here's what we'll do. I'll just read this off. So just keep that in mind. So after meditation, you know why we're doing it. First, we start from the bottom, work our way up. Start with your physical health and your finances. All right? You say, well, how could these be connected? Your physical body, something tangible, money that allows you to get what your body needs, is very material. So what we're going to do is this. Hopefully, you have something in mind, have a goal. Every class you take, they have goal setting and so on and so on. You have a certain goal, and the question is, it's January. At December 31, 2017, where do you want to be? Let's break it down for you. Number one, physical health. All right? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want some of those aches and pains gone? Do you want to have more energy when you get up? Right? Do you want to have more get up and go in the morning rather than I got to drag my body to work? You get the idea? So where do you want to be? Think about it. Next, finances. All right? Between now and then, do you want your income to increase? What is the end result? You don't say, I hope it's more. It doesn't happen. Try to think of it, okay, if you're making this much right now, if it's important to you, you think, okay, by the end of the year, whatever way my end result is, I'm making this much. Either from work, whatever. You don't specify how you're going to get it, but at least you have the goal, this is where you want to be. Because if you have the goal there, it will take you towards that direction. If you don't have a goal, you go, oh, something better. It's just like you're getting into a car, you go, I got lots of energy. Where do you want to go? I don't know. Somewhere away. You get the idea? So if this is how much you're making per month, how much you want to make. So think of it, picture in your mind, December 2017, what do you want to be making per month? Okay, whatever your denomination is in your country. Next, Another thing that message always not stress, but emphasize is savings. Your safety net. A lot of people, their savings account is their checking account. In other words, month to month, week to week, that's not a good idea. If something, changes a little bit in the economy or your company or whatever, you don't have a fallback position. So it's always good to have what? Savings account. So how much have you saved right now? How much do you want to have saved in whatever investment you have by December 31, 2017? Where do you want to be? You go, okay, this right now I have this. Okay, I want to have this much by that time. Okay, think about it. If you can, the ones who are new, you can write this down if you like. Okay, think of a number. What else? Expenses. You can be making this much, but if your expenses is this much, you still are broke. You get the idea? So a lot of people don't think about it. One thing the message always told me is, look, okay, have a savings account, work hard, but cut your expenses. Things are not important. Get rid of them. That way you can focus. Otherwise, you know what happens? A lot of people are slaves to their expenses. You're working so hard to be able to pay for the expenses. After all, you go, I'm working hard for what? You get the idea? So think about it. So end of the year, where do you want to be in your health? Number 2, finances. How much you want to be making, or how much have you made the entire year, December 2017? How much money have you saved? How much have you invested? And how much of the expenses that are not important have been cut out? Okay, think about it. So if you have, write it down. Next, relationships. All right, think about it. How have your relationships been the last year? Some good, not so good, right? Some not so good. All of us are like that. So think about it. Let's start with the ones that are not good. How do you improve it? Do you ask for forgiveness? Do you do all that, right? You just put it in your forefront of your thoughts. So let's say you want to improve your relationship with your mother. So what I want you to do is picture in your mind, December 2017, our relationships are better. Okay? Think of only the end result. But when I actually talk about, who to forgive and ask for forgiveness, this is just to help you identify the relationship that needs to improve. But don't dwell on it. Dwell or picture or focus on the end result. Who are the people and what kind of relationships do you want to cultivate and improve? Okay? Now, the ones who are already good, are there things we're doing this past year that, we could have been better at? In other words, that relationship with you and your brother, your husband, your wife is good. But, you notice that sometimes there are little hiccups, little dumb things that we do. Or sometimes we get a little excited and we get upset over nothing. So in your mind, just form the intention, at the end of the year, those are gone. Okay? What else? Self-forgiveness. That's another one. Sometimes the reason we don't succeed is we keep beating ourselves up, right? Even though the matter is already settled, you already learned the lesson. What else? You keep reminding yourself. So what happens? It's just like when you're driving. Some of you who learned to drive, you're driving like this. If your eyes keep looking at that, not hitting that curb, as you keep going like this, you notice, without thinking about it, your car moves in that direction. Energy follows where you put your attention to. So if you're already forgiving yourself, you say, okay, that was a big screw up on my part. I messed up. I learned the lesson. I'm not going to do it again. Stop there. Look at the end result. Okay, I'm better at this now. I forgave myself, so I move on. The key is to move on. Some people are just stuck. All of us mess up, right? All of us. So the people who are successful are the ones who, number one, realize they made a mistake, made a decision not to make it again, and focus on what they're going to do. The ones who keep screwing up are the ones who keep thinking about how much they messed up. And so what happens? They mess up and they say, yeah, see, I did it again. Yeah, you just basically pre-program yourself to keep repeating the same mistake. The key is to give yourself a psychic slap and say, forget about it, move forward. Okay? Next, mental and educational. Some of us stagnate. Okay, I'm already a smart guy. Not good enough. One thing I want to share with you quickly. I distinctly remember many years ago, Master Choa, I go to bookstores with him. He buys lots of books. You know how I know? I'm the one carrying them. So he stayed at our house, and I said, Master, why are you still reading all this? You know this. He goes, no. He said something that really stuck to my head. The teacher is a perpetual student. Okay? I thought about it. Yeah, it's this dummy here who thinks he knows everything that I don't study. The teacher, who already knows way a billion times more than I do, is still studying. You get the idea? Never stop learning. Continue to study. Where do you want to be end of 2017? What books have you read? What classes have you taken? What new skill? What new talent? No, not talent, but skill. You play a guitar. I don't know. You never took on some skill that you wanted, learn a new language or whatever. Think of something that keeps your mind sharp. All right? Think about it. Where do you want to be? 2017, December. Last one. So we go from bottom up top, right? Spiritually. All right. Now, all these before are good. But, as you know, most of it, physically, emotionally, mentally, all those are good. But eventually, when all is said and done, the most important part that is eternal is your spiritual development. Now, let me backtrack a little bit. Why is the first one important? Why is money important? Money is important because when your finances are in order, it gives you peace of mind, it gives you freedom and independence to pursue things that are permanent in your life. For example, it takes money to meditate, right? Because if you have to go to work, you have to have 5 jobs, how are you going to have time to meditate? Number 2, it takes money to take classes, right? You want to learn some skill, you want to take classes, you want to buy some spiritual books. It's not free. Oh, you want to go on a spiritual pilgrimage. Yeah, you could get donations for other people, but won't it be great if you could sustain it yourself? You could generate the funds and you can go anywhere, anytime you like, instead of being at the mercy of somebody helping you. And then you take it one step further to further accelerate your spiritual development. You can even sponsor someone. Ain't free. You get the idea? So that's one thing my teacher always told me. He says, look, you have a good heart, you have good intention, all that is good and nice, but difficult to serve on empty stomach. So the finances part is important. It's connected. All right? So let's focus more on the spiritual part. So number 1, what you want accomplished by the end of December 2017. How often do you want to be doing your meditations? Right now, you meditate when you feel like it. And how's your spiritual development? Kind of working, right? The key is consistency. So right now, you do it once every 3 weeks, or once a week, whatever. Think to yourself, by the end of 2017, I want to already have a regimen, a schedule. 3-4 times a week, I'm sitting down, do my spiritual practice, right? Number 2, donations, tithing, giving money to charity. Okay, some of you are new, don't know this. The ones who've been with us, we talked about this many, many times. When you enter the spiritual path, things get speeded up. Okay? Like some of you have noticed that when you enter the spiritual path seriously, certain parts of your life came crashing down. You go, oh, how do you know? It happens to all of us. Now, there's 2 ways to get rid of it. One is to suffer through it. It's called karmic acceleration. Work out the karma. If you want to. I know about you, but who wants to suffer if you don't need to, right? Okay. Then Master Cho gave the example. He said, the solution, he said, well, there's 2 ways to do it. You can learn the karma and work it out, or you have that realization, oh, okay, I did this, so maybe there's some karma to be worked out. But by generating good karma, generating spiritual profit, you do service, you give money to charity, good karma credits are generated. You take that spiritual profit and pay off those spiritual debts. So when you enter the spiritual path, instead of going like this, like most people, yours is like speed bump. You get the idea? So that has to be part of your regimen, your schedule. So at the end of December 2017, how much are you giving to charity every month, every three months, whatever? You decide what you want to do. By the way, this part on giving is also related to the first portion we talked about, which is your finances. You want to be more prosperous? Be generous. Most of you know this lesson already. This is just a reminder. In fact, the funny part is most of the stuff you hear here, you've heard, right? The question is how many of you are practicing it? I've sat through Master Cho's class many times. Each of the classes I've taken at least 15 to 20 or more times. The interesting part? He's saying the same thing. But each time, it hits me differently. Because, oh yeah, he said that 5 years ago. Have I been doing it? No. Knowing it and doing it are two different things. So hopefully this will help you, motivate you, say, hey, those are the areas I need to improve. Okay? So one is what? Your weekly spiritual practice or meditation. Next, charitable contributions. By the end of the year, how much have you given? And have you set up a certain regimen that you're giving this much, right? To generate good karma. Part of that is also service. Not only giving your finances or giving your money, but also time. How much time have you given to service? How much have you donated, or are you planning to donate your time to go feeding programs, going to healing clinics, volunteering at the homeless shelter, whatever. Have a goal. And then, so what we're doing now is we're going to identify 1, 2, 3, 4. After we finish the meditation, we're going to generate lots of energy, right? And then we're going to pour that energy to each of these categories. Next one, spiritual classes. This is very, very important. Even if you don't belong to pranic healing or hatha yoga school, whatever school you're taking, it's always important to study, not just by yourself, but with others. Let's talk about it. If you study Buddhism, they say there are 3 jewels or 3 baskets. You have the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, right? Basically, this is a trinity where teacher, teachings, spiritual community. In the Christian tradition, you have the Lord Jesus, you have the church, you have the Bible, you have the church, right? So every spiritual school has that. You know why? Because these 3 things are critical. So the teacher gives the information, and then the information is something we study. The community supports us and continues on the spiritual practice. So when you go on these classes, even if you've taken it or you've not taken it, it helps you, stay on the path. So as you keep taking these classes, it reminds you of the teaching, you learn new information, right? And you apply it and you keep progressing. So that should be part of your goal. Lone Ranger spiritual practice, living in a cave, that might be good for some of you, but overall, unless you reach a certain level of spiritual development, not good enough. Most people need that support system. And you get that by going through classes, yeah? Which you go back to where you were the first part of the talk. That means your finances should be in order, so you can take many classes and learn. Never stop learning. Be a sponge. Okay? Now, what else? Books that you want to read. Now, the ones who've taken pranic healing already and Hatha yoga, when was the last time you picked up the teacher's book? I know, during class, people ask me, as far as the soul, what happens when this? I go, hello, that's on chapter 2. It tells me they haven't read. By the questions the student asks, the teacher can tell if they've been studying. So in addition to attending class and everything, you on your own should do self-study. Because if I may be very direct, whose spiritual development is it anyway? Not the teacher's, it's yours, right? So as you set goals like this and picture yourself and we put energy into it, this will help kind of push you in that direction. And last part, spiritual development. Okay, this is a little touchy, but I'll be just very direct with it. If you compare last January to this January, how's your inner peace level? How's your emotional control? Do you explode when a crisis happens, or do you keep it together? Do you have more clarity? When you meditate, is there more stillness? Yeah? Benchmarks, benchmarks, benchmarks. You cannot say, oh, I want to meditate. Oh, I feel good. How good? So the teacher message always said, truth has to be qualified and quantified. You mean so far? So if you think about it, okay, at the end of the year, I want to be at the level where if there's a crisis, I'm the one people leaning on. Not that I'm a liability to other people. And then you say, okay, when a certain things is not clear to other people, by that time, I'll have so much clarity, I'll be the one giving answers to people. What else? Right now, when I close my eyes, so many thoughts bounce all over the place. At the end of the year, it'll already be part of me that, As soon as I close my eyes and I want to be still, I can be still in seconds. You have to set certain objectives for yourself. You don't become a saint by accident. You don't wake up one day and go, ding, I'm a saint. It doesn't work that way. As you set these goals, these objectives, and you work at it, right? You get there. So goal setting is not just a lot of these motivational classes. Oh, have this goal. After you leave the event, go, bye, I'm done. You do it two ways. One, you set the goal, right? You use energy to power up those goals, and then you make a decision to do it every day. As you're doing whatever you're doing, this energy you generate will push you in that direction. So you work in the physical world. These energies that you generate doing meditation for your thoughts and your ideas and your objectives will work in the energy world. Between the two, you have the best formula. Okay? Now, let me finish it with this, then we do the meditation. You see, all these goals, all these ideas, all those are great. But it only takes one thing. Yeah? It actually takes one. It's good and bad at the same time. It's good in the sense that it's just only one thing that will make the whole thing work. It's also the same thing that will make it fail. It's called commitment. That's why you already heard 1,000 times. Everybody who talks about New Year's resolution. It's the same New Year's resolution for the last 20 years. How do I have to keep making? Because there's lack of commitment. Now, commitment is also connected with one more word. It's called scheduling. You can have all the great ideas, all the great plans. If you don't put a schedule or a deadline, nothing happens. When do you want to start doing something, right? And when do you want to do it? That is very, very important. Classic example. You meet someone on the street. Hey, haven't seen you for a while. Let's go out for lunch. If you don't put down their phone number, if you don't schedule a time, nothing happens. Yes? All these goals we're talking about now, that's good. We're working the energy level. But at the same time, by the time we're done with this, you have to sit down. I'm going to take my life seriously. Where I want to be financially, where I want to be emotionally, mentally. Just write it down, stick to it. There's no room to be spaced out. If you want to be successful in your life, not just financially, emotionally, even your spiritual, everything takes commitment. You see, before I met the teacher, I was like, some people were like, okay, whatever. If it's mine, it'll happen by itself. If the universe thinks it's for me, it'll happen for yourself. Yep, didn't happen. When the teacher came in, he came in with a massive spiritual sledgehammer. That worked. So by the time he left his body, it was already galvanized in my system. That's what you want to do. You want to be so, committed, that you take each one so seriously, you give each one a timeline. You do it that way, you will notice year after year, things are improving. I remember there's a Chinese saying, I don't know how to say it in English, but I'll do it the best I can. Something like, this year is always better than the year before. Everywhere, in any part. This year, my goal is this year is always be better than the year before. And that's how you do it. All right? Anyway, sorry for the long talk. You ready? Okay, close your eyes. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, we humbly ask for your blessings. To Master Chokhok Sui, Mahaguji Mailing, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, we thank you for your blessings, your love, guidance, help, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. So be it. All right, just sit comfortably. We will do the meditation Twin Hearts. Okay, as taught to us by Master Cho. The nice thing about that meditation, it generates lots of spiritual energy, but it's loving energy. Yeah? So that as you energize your thoughts, your emotions, everything, it's powerful, but loving at the same time. Because the way we're going to do this, after we're done, is any of these goals, aspirations, thought forms, whatever that you generate and empower, if it's going to hurt anyone, it disintegrates. That means if you're going to do your goal setting that somebody lose their job so you get their job, that thing will just disintegrate as you do it. All right? Okay, shall we? Take your left hand, tap the center of your chest. That's your heart center. Take your right hand, tap your crown. Put your hand like this. Visualize the earth in front of you. Be aware of your heart. Be aware of your hands. Feel love in your heart. Fill the earth with loving energy. Be aware of your heart and your hands. We're just the instrument. We will use the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere, let me sow love. Be aware of the love within your heart, the love within your soul. We are just instruments for this loving energy to flow through us to bless beautiful Mother Earth and all her inhabitants. Bless the earth with beautiful pink light. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Bless your friends, your loved ones, the people you know who are in conflict with peace, with love, and with forgiveness. Bless the different nations on earth that are at war or in conflict. Bless them with peace, with love, and a spirit of forgiveness. So be it. Where there's doubt, faith. Where there's despair, hope. Think of some of the people that we know who are having difficulties in their finances, their jobs, relationships, their health. People who are in trouble, people who are suffering. Visualize their life improving. Bless them with beautiful pink light. May they be blessed with hope and faith and a better life. With God, all is possible. So it is. Where there is darkness, light, sadness, joy. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light, blessing every person, every being with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and faith, with light, and with joy. So be it. Now, be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Lift that loving feeling up to the crown and exhale. One more time. Be aware of your heart. Inhale. Lift that loving feeling from your heart up to the crown and exhale. Be aware of your crown in your hands. Beautiful golden lights pouring from your crown through your hands to Mother Earth. Repeat with me. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness, with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. Let all be blessed. So be it. Bless your family with golden light. Bless the people you love with golden light, your friends, your relatives. Visualize the golden light spreading throughout the entire country, where you are, the continents, and let it spread to the entire earth. From the heart of God, may every person, every being on earth be divinely blessed. So be it. So be it. Fill the earth with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. Be aware of your heart and crown. Simultaneously imagine both of them are filled with beautiful golden light. Let the golden light from your heart and your crown stream down through your hands to the entire earth again. And repeat silently with me. From the center of the heart of God, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, the middle worlds, even the lower worlds, may all beings in every direction, above and below, May all beings in all dimensions be divinely blessed with inner peace and inner healing. May all beings be blessed with inner peace, with divine love. May all be blessed with sweetness and kindness. May all be blessed with understanding, with harmony. Let all beings be blessed with goodwill and the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it, so be it, and so it is. Be gently aware of your heart and your crown, and let that loving energy of golden light just pour through your hands, blessing your family, your work, your career, the city you live in. Let that golden light just spread throughout the country. Let it spread out throughout the entire earth. So be it. Let all be blessed, without exception. So be it, and so it is. Now gently lower your hands on your lap, palms up, keep your eyes closed, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Imagine a beautiful golden flame a few inches above your crown. Just look at that flame in your mind, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Now send a stream of loving energy from your heart up to the crown and into the flame. Just look at that flame. It's getting brighter and brighter. Just be still. Gently meditate and put your awareness on the space or the gap in between each mantra, Om. So silently chant the mantra Om, and in between just allow your awareness to just simply dissolve into that space in between. Om. Allow your awareness to just simply slide into that stillness, in that space. Be there. Om. 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 Your awareness is now completely in that space. Any sound, any noise you hear, we just allow you to go deeper and deeper in that stillness and that peace. Om. Om. Be still, be aware, and just let go. Now. Let go. Gently, slowly, come back to your body. Move your fingers, move your toes slowly and gently. Come back to your body now. Raise your hands in blessing again. We're going to release the excess energy our bodies cannot handle. First, we'll bless our family and friends and people we love. Fill them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity and spirituality. So be it. Go ahead and bless your job, your career. Bless your relatives, friends, whoever is in need. Just fill them with golden light. Let all be blessed. So be it. So be it. Now aim your hands down towards the ground. Be aware of your feet, the base of your spine. So your feet, base of your spine, and your hands. Just imagine golden light going down deep into Mother Earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. Through Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, we thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, thank you. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chua Hoksui Mahagujime, thank you for the blessings. In full faith, so it is. All right, how do you feel? Lots of energy, but very peaceful, very still. Now, here's what we'll do. Press the center of your palms. Just go like this. Imagine yourself about 5 feet in front of you, 5 or 10 feet in front of you. Okay, put your hand like this. Say, my energy level an hour ago. Say, my energy level 1 hour ago. Okay, go like this. See if you feel something. You feel something, right? Okay, go like this. Now, do the same thing. Now, difference is this. Say, my energy level now. Push. If you participate in the meditation properly, if you push, it almost feels like a wall. Now, gently push even more. It's dense, right? So that kind of energy is powerful, but very steady, at the same time, very still. It's not chaotic energy. It's very still, very subtle, but packed. So what we're going to do, we're going to channel all that energy to all these goals. You ready? Okay, pull out the stuff you wrote down. The ones who are new, you didn't get a chance. We'll guide you through it. Just picture each one or think of it, and we'll just pack it with life force and energy. All right? Pick it out. Remember, any of those goals and aspirations that will be hurtful will instantly disintegrate. Okay? So, if your intention is good, you're good. But don't worry, things that will be hurtful, you didn't know, I don't know, those will just dissipate and disintegrate. There's divine guidance. Not me, the big guys, they're doing it. All right, you ready? Okay, let's go through each one. It'll only take a few minutes. Okay, first, think of your physical goals for your body. Health, vitality, so on, so on. Think about it. Now raise your hands in blessing. Fill it with light. Go. So it is. Properly, so it is. In the name of the Divine Supreme God, so be it. God. Okay, ready? Okay, raise your hand. You remember how it felt like before? Scan it now. Say my physical health energy. Stronger. Next one. Finances. Okay, we'll go through it. How much monthly income do you want by the end of the year? Got it? Savings. How much you have saved by then? Okay. How much expenses have you removed by then? Just think about it. Okay, ready? Okay, feel its energy. Now we'll charge it up. Okay, raise both hands, fill it with golden light. The blessings of God. Your heart desires materialize. Tatastu, so it is. Okay, feel it now. Wow, full, packed. All right, next one, relationships. Family, friends, business, work acquaintances. Which are the ones, think end of 2017. Which are the ones that are now better, right? Visualize them better. The ones that are not so good, they're better. The ones that are good, how much better can you make it? So look at the end result. Think about it. Picture it in front of you. Feel its energy level. Now, raise both hands. Let's pack it in. Fill it with golden light. The blessings of God. May all these projects, these goals, and aspirations be divinely blessed. Tatastu. So it is. Feel it now. Wow. Not bad, huh? Okay, next one. Mentally, emotionally, educational, what you want to learn, what you have studied, yeah? Mental clarity, whatever. What are the books you have taken, you have read, what are the classes you have taken, what new skill you want to have learned by 2017, December. Okay? Scan it, say energy level. Okay, raise both hands, let's charge it. Blessings of God. That's so it is probably. Feel it now? Ooh, super packed. All right, moving right along. Spiritually. All right, where do you want to be? How many times do you want to be doing your spiritual practice, meditation every week? Donation. Giving money to charity. Giving of your time to do service to others. Where do you want to be at that time? You there? Okay, spiritual classes you've attended. Books that you have read. Level of emotional control, mental clarity, stillness, peace, all that. Just think about it very quickly. What is the end result by December 2017? Done? Okay. Fill it with golden light. No need to scan it. It has energy, but we'll just pack it in. With the blessings of God. So it is properly. Tatastu. Okay. Feel it. You didn't have to feel the one before, but how does it feel now? Lots of energy, right? Okay. So, I know session's a little long, but it's good to be able to focus that energy instead of just, okay, I like my life blessed, right? So, we'll have this video up for a few days. We kind of went through it a little fast, so you can, now that you know what we're doing, you can watch it again, write things down, really focus on what you want. The people who are successful in any part of life are committed to be successful. Think about it. Here, you're identifying it and you're packing it with energy. Okay? Before we finish, just a few announcements. One, the full moon meditation will be, I think it's Wednesday. Anyway, you'll get an email. Make sure you're on our Facebook page. If you're getting emails, if you don't, you just make sure you put your email here so we keep you informed. Full moon meditation, right? Another opportunity for you to do spiritual practice. Take that energy to purify your aura and your chakras, right? Give you a lot more spiritual energy. At the same time, you can pull out all these projects and we'll put more energy into it again. What else? A quick announcement also is the ones who've taken pranic healing, the global convention, pranic healers convention. Okay, it hasn't happened in about 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be in Massachusetts' birthplace, Manila. It's going to be fantastic. I invite all of you from all over the world. Make sure you show up. It's going to be great. Okay, I'm going to be there. My colleagues are going to be there. And if I remember correctly, I think they're working on a tour of Massachusetts House. So you get to see the teacher's house, get super energized, and it's going to be a fantastic event. That's all I can say. Okay. So I hope you can be there. What else? In March, we're having our Hatha Yoga retreat in Oxnard by the sea. So the ones who want to know more about it, have not taken the classes, the prerequisites, make sure you go to the website, take them. This year, we're going to crank up the energy level. Every year I call it a spiritual barbecue. As in, you go in there, we just pack so much energy into it. It's like barbecuing you spiritually, so much energy. This year, kind of my plan is just up it up more. Because as we always say, you're there to practice. And that's what we're going to do. So that's March. Just look at the calendar. It's going to be Oxnard, California. Okay? Other than that, thank you again. Please leave your comments. I know I was a little harsh in the first part, but that's what worked for me when the teacher was talking to me. Just identify and really focus. So if your feelings got hurt, I'm sorry. That wasn't the plan. But I look at it this way. If you ever work out in a gym, the ones that are painful, the exercises that are painful, the ones you don't want to do are the ones you need. Okay? So think about it. All right. So other than that, so leave a comment, and you're welcome to give donation if you like to help with expenses to keep this going. Our free video ministry, if you like, great. May God bless you many, many times for it. And I think that's it. So Atma means soul. Atma, namaste. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye.